Monday, July 13th, I think. I just left the shelter. It's 10 till 7. The sun is starting to come through. It's kind of foggy a little bit. It rained quite a bit yesterday after I got to the shelter. Thought it was going to rain before I got there, but I managed to get there in time. So I'm glad I was at the shelter. And there was a couple of people tenting. One other person in the shelter, his name is Long Trail. He is actually going to be doing the Long Trail. He's connecting the Appalachian Trail he's doing here, and then he's going to keep on going on to the Long Trail. I will probably run into him quite a bit. It seems like we're on the same schedule right now. I did put my rain pants on because everything is very wet. And yesterday we walked through very tall grass, so I don't want my legs all wet, or my pant legs. So, all right, 3/10 of a mile just to get back to the AT. All right, I better pay attention so I don't trip. You can see everything is wet, wet, so I really got to be careful. I wanted to let you know my mind is in a better place today. So the weather's actually supposed to be good over the next couple of days. So I have a plan. I'll try to get to the shelters. There's this shelter, Windsor Furnace Shelter, which is almost 15 miles away. I'm going to go through Port Clinton today. And then the shelter after that is the Eckville Shelter, if I want to get picked up to go to this organic farm B&B, which I think I want to do because by then I need a break for sure. All right, back where I started yesterday to get to the shelter. 3/10. Ugh. That was a ways, and I'm fighting spider webs. Another cool. All these rays of light. I can't get over the way the sun's rays are coming through. And it looks like when you look in the rays, it's just like water droplets. I've been passing quite a few tent sites. What's nice about this section is that there's quite a few places you can just pull off and tent. The only problem is you got to make sure you have your water. I can't get over how different my mental outlook is today. It's crazy. I was in the dumps yesterday. I feel good today. It's a beautiful day. I love how all these rays are coming through the trees. You're gonna get tired of all the video on the rays of light. It's amazing. Just listen. Thinking about you, Ingrid. You would be loving this. You would be going crazy. Ingrid's my sister. She loves to take pictures. She's a great photographer. She would love it. What's really cool about this morning is that you can't recreate this. The rain last night, the sun this morning, where it's at, the time of day I'm going through. So, oh, I see a spider web. Yeah, so it's beautiful. And I appreciate it. beauty of the trail. It is unique to everyone. You can have a lot of different vloggers out there, and every one of us is going to see the trail a little different. I'm into my first climb, and you cannot tell how steep this is by video. So my shoes are all wet, and I'm taking my pants back off. I'm sweating. I stopped at the top of the hill. There's a campsite here. It's actually pretty nice. You can set your tent up back here. It's 8:40 and I'm already sweating. Oh. So I've gone 3.4, just came up that hill. I got 3 more miles and there's a lookout, so that's probably where I'll take a break before I get into Port Clinton. Port Clinton is a total of 9 something, almost 9.5, and I've done 3.4. So it's at least 6 miles away. So 3 miles and I'm gonna take a break at the lookout. I just need to get these pants off. They were making me sweat too. While I'm sitting here thinking about it, I wanted to recognize some of my subscribers for submitting some comments. It is very helpful. I am in a better frame of mind today, and it's just very helpful. So thank you. Tony, Tom, Lynn, Gypsy Girl, Shirley, Sabrina, Tina, Julie, and Sue. Just wanted to let you know that all of your comments mean a lot, and I appreciate you following me along and encouraging me, because sometimes I need it. So thank you very much. It's been a little longer than expected at that campsite. I got to check in texts and emails and stuff, and I had a little bar to add to my breakfast because I only had like a half a bagel with peanut butter. So, all right, I'm going again. I took those rain pants off, but now my legs are exposed. So we'll see how that goes. I just walked through the biggest spider web ever. Ugh, still getting stuff off of me. All right. Oh, where I stopped at the campground, I actually got chilly. I had goosebumps. So today, it's a little cooler than it's been, but as you can see, I'm sweating. That's why I was getting cold, is because the wind's blowing a little today, which is great. Hopefully that'll keep the gnats down. You know who I forgot on my subscribers that comments is Pickleball, Dennis Sachet. He lives up in Canada. Sorry about that. I forgot to mention you. Looks like this is my stopping point. Alright. I got a nice breeze through here. This will be a nice spot. So I just put a Band-Aid on. You can see my legs are dirty. But anyway, when your feet are wet, they have a tendency to cause a problem. So I have to watch the back of my heels with my boots. So I just put some tape on there, gonna let my toes dry out a little, and have some lunch. One thing I'm learning while hiking is if you feel a hot spot, probably should take care of it right away, or at least at your next break. So I could feel a blister starting, I guess, between the last camp spot and here. So I didn't realize it was a blister till I took my sock off. So just make sure you take care of your feet. They gotta get you through. I don't think I mentioned, but this is Auburn Lookout. So that must be the town of Auburn, is my guess. So what do you think of the shades? Somebody left them up here. I guess I'll carry them out Maybe when I get those gnats in my eyes, I'll pull these out. Unless somebody claims them. Well, nice open field. Probably not for long. We shall see. Yep, it wasn't long, although it looked like there was a footpath down that open field. It turned to the left, back in the woods. And these are the rocks that I have a hard time getting a pace on. It looks like if you had taken that trail, it would have saved you some rocks. This trail's given me variety today. It's had it all. And then had its up, which was a pretty steep hill. It had its flat sections, which are easy to walk on. It had its boulders, and it had those rocks that I can't, that slow me way down. They're all jagged and different directions and small to medium size and even large mixed in. I'm about a mile, little over, to get into town, and I should have a downhill coming up, which my guess is it's going to be rocky because it looks like it's a pretty steep downhill. Can't believe nobody's gone past me to help with these spider webs. Been fighting them all morning. I even took a long break at there. I ended up not eating. I just had a snack on crackers and Starburst because I'm hoping there's a restaurant down there that's serving burgers, because I would really love to have one. And then I'm going to call that bed and breakfast place and see if they have an opening for tomorrow night. Starting to hear traffic, so it won't be long. I'll make it for lunch. Please have a restaurant open. So this 1 mile downhill got some steps and stuff, which means when you go up out of Port Clinton, there's going to be a really big climb getting out. So I made it down. That was pretty steep. Used a lot of knees and thighs heading into town. I had to take a pee break. I saw that bench over there. It's a good thing I did, because probably would have headed down that road right there. Here it says Appalachian Trail North. We need to go down. So I got more of a downhill to go. Jeez. Look at these stairs. Alright, we're going down. So there's the railroad station. Just across the tracks. Alright, let's go into town and see if we can find some food. I need some. Peanut butter only goes so far. Need to supplement. My brother John works for the railroad. Wonder if he has a facility, something like that. And going into town. It's not actually open. Pretty loud here. A little bummed out. I really wanted a burger. If it was Wednesday, I would have got one. So, Port Clinton is very loud. I stopped at the peanut shop. I got some nuts. The hotel was closed. There was a guy, Steve, doing shuttle drivers. It's kind of funny because I saw a guy outside the Port Hotel and he basically called him a shyster. He said I don't know if it was true, but took somebody out to the Walmart for $6, and when they wanted to come back, they said it would be 20. So I don't know how true that is. When I first got into town, he happened to be driving by and asked if I needed a shuttle to the microtel or whatever. I didn't ask him how much it was because I was just trying to get in and out. But I'm delayed. It's after 1:30 already. I got almost 5 miles to go. So it's going to be late when I get in. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss the trail. What the heck? Alright, I got to see where it's going. It's going down. It's going to follow the river for a little while. You can hear the traffic up above. So, I got a big climb coming out of here. Oh, I hope the rocks aren't too bad at the top. It's about 10 till 2. The uphill's going to be a long uphill, and it started. Just wanted to say, I passed under that PA 61 pass. The highway went over the underpass there. Kind of gave me the creeps. There was stuff there like somebody was living there. Luckily, that person wasn't there. It's gonna be a long uphill. I'm not even halfway up it. Gaining some elevation. Luckily, that breeze shows up every now and then. I'm drenched. It's still muggy. I was talking earlier about the subscribers and the great comments. I also need to give a shout out. I have a Garmin, so I've got my family and friends following. So I've got my husband Vito. I have, I think my daughters are on there, Lindsay and Alyssa, and Tammy and Terry, and Larry. Who else do I have on there? Oh, and my sister Ingrid. I think there's like 6 people or so. And then every now and then I'll post something in Facebook. And so that's always nice to hear from friends that I actually have quite a few high school friends on Facebook. We haven't been in touch, but kind of keep up a little bit just through seeing what they're posting on Facebook. It's nice to see. Alright, that took probably an hour and 10 minutes to get 1.7 miles uphill. I have 3.7 to get to the shelter, and there is some rolling hills coming, including a fairly steep uphill again. I made it up the last big climb for today. I'm drenched. Humidity's back. I smell. Blech. Some of these little creek beds are flowing. It's not all dry. Hard to read this, but 965.7 miles to Katahdin. Eckville is 9.3. And I'm on my last 3/10 into the shelter. It'll be 2/10 off trail. Just to recap, the day started out great. And it was a long day though. I probably got 15 miles in, plus a little walking in the town. I'm trying to get into the shelter. I will set up my tent tonight. It's probably 4:30 or 5. It's probably 5 o'clock, I guess right now. So, gonna have my peanut butter for dinner and get ready for the next day. So, the trail this afternoon was tough. It was uphill. It was just the hills. The rocks were decent. I mean, you have rocks. My feet feel it. I gotta check my heels because my shoes must be moving enough with the socks being kind of damp. So I'll check my heels tonight. And I just filled up on water at a creek back there instead of at the shelter. So I'm carrying a full load right now. All right, I must be getting close for the turnoff. And here's the turnoff. There's the blue blaze. Tomorrow, I'll go that way. So take the blue blaze in, find me a camp spot, and get set up. And it's 4:51, so getting there by 5 o'clock is pretty good. The terrain after those hills wasn't too bad with rocks, and they were actually halfway decent. So I'm hearing the rest of the trail through Pennsylvania. The rocks get a lot worse. So let me get to this Eckville shelter. I forgot to videotape the shelter. It's nothing spectacular. They said that there's some tenting down here. So I am gonna go try and find me a tent spot. All right, I think there's some nice tent spots over in that area over there. So I just gotta get across this little stream. This is the water source. So the last place I got water is better than this. It's more flow there. Just gonna need to find where to set my tent up. This is gonna be my home for the night. I had to work around a couple of rocks, but I think I did okay. So there's the fire pit. Not that I'm gonna have a fire. And I think the slope is that way. So just gonna get the rest of my junk put away, eat, and go to bed. Oh, clean up and then go to bed.